Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Between aging and busy lifestyles, many women struggle with maintaining their physical and mental wellness. At Aquavita Concierge Healthcare Services for Women, we can help you revitalize your health and reclaim your life. We start from within by balancing your hormones, allowing your body to achieve and maintain desired weight goals. We also specialize in peptide therapies, regenerative medicine, sexual health, and aesthetics in our state-of-the-art facilities. Feel better, look better, live better at Aquavita. Visit aquavitality.com and begin your journey today.
Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Join us as we seek the truth and travel the long road to justice. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a live episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi Fruit Loop. What you know?
Did you know that it is more energy efficient? The fuller the fridge, the more energy efficient it is.
The fuller?
Yeah, it says an empty fridge not only makes it more difficult to decide what to snack on, it also wastes valuable energy. So the more empty space in the fridge, the more cold air is displaced by warm when you open the door, requiring the appliance to generate cool air to replace it. So if the fridge is packed, less cool air escapes and less energy is required to replenish it.
Learn something new every day with your little facts. Hey, Liz, welcome. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter live. I'm headed out to Atlanta, taking a bunch of teenagers down to a concert. They're good kids, though, so should be fun.
Yes, Carrie, you made the live on time.
Yes, you did. So anyways, we haven't heard anything about Lori. Another week has passed.
Nope.
Yeah. So, Fruit Loop covered for me last night. We just couldn't get the schedules to work. I was able to hop on here for this. So we're ending the week good.
Hey, Debbie. There's Debbie.
Oh, hey, Debbie.
Julie, Pamela, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Yeah, and those, I'm telling you, the legal mumbo jumbo that Lindsay Blake put out there, I was like, oh my goodness.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I love the prosecution team, but they need to do one of them team building days where they go throw axes or try to break out of an escape room or something. I think they need to get a little more on the same page. It's been a little disorganized lately.
There's your buddy, Big E.
Oh, Eric. I tell you, Eric's my bud. He's my Twitter buddy. Cresha says he's the big brother she never knew she needed, and I kind of second that.
Haley, you're welcome.
Hey, Mikhail. Hey, Snickers. We're just giving everybody a few minutes to kind of get on before we get started. We're going to do a couple little updates, but we're just really kind of going to chew the fat.
Thanks, Liz. And I murdered that word. It was so funny.
What did you murder?
Vor
Dyer.
Yeah, I kept stumbling over it. It was very comical for myself.
Hey, Sherry. Is it Sherry or Cherie? And my Siri popped up because I said, hey, Sherry.
Michelle, you made it to a live. Woohoo!
So I think, I was watching a few opinions about this motion to dismiss the indictment. I don't think it's going to happen. But, here's the thing. Even if in some crazy world they'll just re-indict him. But we don't want that to happen. They have 16 jurors on a grand jury in Idaho.
I watched Scott on it today and he had some good points. I mean, right now we don't even know what it was. It could have been that somebody was friends with one of the witnesses or something. Yeah. Or not friends, but knew them with nobody, with us not knowing anything. Well, hey, voir dire.
Voir dire. So the one thing that Lindsay did bring into that argument, though, was several cases where, like, the janitor for the prosecutor was on the grand jury, and they let it go because it's investigative. It's not a guilty or innocent thing. So,
Not a
you got
trial.
16. If you've got 2 or 3 that they're questioning, then, if you got 12 that say yes, then okay, it comes out in the wash. We just don't need any more delays. We gotta
Yeah.
get this going.
Yeah. Hey, Carolyn. Carolyn, it may be Carrie Lynn. I don't know, but I've never seen it spelled that way.
Carrie
It's cool,
Lynn.
though.
Looks like
Carrie
Carrie
Lynn.
Lynn.
Carrie Lynn.
Y'all
Carrie
know
Lynn.
how bad we are with names. Can I just say I saw my first snake today, and I don't know what my neighbor's ring cams caught, but I'm sure it was pretty comical.
We're still cool up here. It's cold. We were
It's
outside. Had
chilly
to come
today.
in. How you doing? That's my hat today. How you doing?
I'm rocking some Def Leppard today.
Yeah. I got a little Joey. How you doing?
Yeah, no. So it cooled off. Did you guys have bad storms the other night? Because
We
you
had
guys
a
were
tornado warning.
Yeah, but you guys were like 3 miles away from where that thing touched
Yeah.
down, right?
Yeah, it was bad weather here. We actually for a minute they said it was going to come right down Main Street, which is in front of our house, but it curved and went.
Yeah, you've been like Dorothy. You'd have ended up in
Not
Oz.
there. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Patty Pryor always messes up the case citation. Yeah.
So, we're just gonna go through a few things right now, just a couple little news updates that we didn't want to wait till Monday. I guess you guys have heard by now that they've delayed Josh Duggar's sentencing. It was scheduled for April the 5th. Now they're going to do it May 25th at 9:30. Oh boy.
Sheesh.
So the defense has asked for 4 extensions since Josh was found guilty. They asked for, and they were granted, 10 additional days to file post-trial motions with the court. They requested a deadline extension to file a reply brief relating to asking for a new trial or his conviction to be tossed out. Everybody's wanting their convictions and indictments tossed out.
Yeah.
They filed objections to pre-sentence investigation reports, and they filed the delay for sentencing, which they were given. What's up with Barry Morphew? Take a swig.
Okay, you better cover it because I have nothing in front of me. Did you
I'm
send me
so sorry. I
something?
sent the notes. My bad. Okay, so
Oh.
I will keep going. His lawyers have filed a motion to dismiss his charges. They say falsehoods and cover-ups by the prosecution have tainted the case against Barry. They claim that cops lied about the reason Barry was arrested on May 5th of last year, and they say they falsified the CBI to support the arrest. It also says the prosecutors filed pleadings with false information, and also that they failed to disclose DNA evidence that traced back to a sex offender. The last thing they claim is that the lead investigator with the Colorado Bureau of Investigations, that Joseph Cahill, he was forced to resign, if you guys remember, after he was caught lying to Internal Affairs several times about the accidental gun discharge at his house. But the defense is saying he was dismissed because he would not testify about the CODIS DNA database matches according to the script that the DA kind of prepared about this. Barry's defense team alleges that she crafted his testimony to mislead the court to the significance of the CODIS match, which could possibly be exculpatory evidence for Barry. Oh, all these people just are like, I did it, but I don't want to pay for it. Can we drop this and just move on with life? And that's not how it works, y'all.
Yeah. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. We appreciate that. I don't think anything's going to happen with Chad's. I don't think anything will happen with Barry's, but I do think that case is flimsy. Flimsy. If they could find a body, it might be a little better, but they could have an ace up their sleeve, though. You never know. People are people. Sweet Sherry, I have a bad feeling Barry's going to walk too. It's a lot of circumstantial evidence. I don't doubt he did it, but getting 12 people to agree he did it might be a little bit of a problem. Mark Means was tweeting last night, because with Eric, Big E, who's here, he likes to push buttons. He likes to stir the pot and get conversations started. And he did just that, by the way. He was just essentially saying, how can you have a trial scheduled for somebody who hasn't had their arraignment? And then Eric kind of said, like, you got her put in the hospital, and Means said, you kind of overestimate my abilities with that. So it was a little back and forth. He's still tweeting about it though, because he tweeted to Court TV. It was something they had put out, and that was his response. And then Big E got on there. And anytime Big E gets with Means, I just sit back with some popcorn because it's going to get good. If you're not on Twitter, you should be. It's where the fun stuff happens. Let's see. Yeah,
My mic's muted. Sorry, I didn't say anything, but Carrie Ann, I did not see the truck tornado video thing, but
I did.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, so it's like a 16-year-old kid who was driving when this tornado hit, and it flipped his car over, and then it flipped it right side up, and he just turned and like sped off. But I heard that Sherlock's back there. Gosh, I always get my sides mixed up. Chevy's going to give him a new truck. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. And we've been thinking about our listeners down there. I know we have a lot of people. Thank you, JCNY. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Yep. I'll go watch it. I haven't seen it, but I'll watch it.
Let's see. What's Big E's name on Twitter? It's Breaking Crime with Big E. If you type that in, you'll see him. Yeah, Big E had Means going. Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nitro said, just off of what Scott Reich has said, I don't think the case against Barry Morphew is strong. I think he will get off unless they find a body. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Let's see.
CC Carney, we're getting comments from YouTube.
There may be a little thing you have to click under the video where it says show comments. I don't know that that's default, but I know. Wow, Michelle,
thank you,
girl. Thank you so much.
Michelle.
We really appreciate that. So sweet. So I hopped on Kresha's live the other day. Had a good time. It's always fun to talk to Kresha. She's such a sweetheart.
So Carrie Ann, Governor Little's getting ready to sign in a new law for Amber Alerts in Idaho due to Michael Vaughn case. Yeah, the stipulations for those are a little bit crazy.
It's weird. Like if one of those checklist items are missing, they won't do it. What was the other thing? Oh, Harmony Montgomery's dad, Adam, and her stepmom, Kayla, both were indicted by a grand jury. Adam he got a charge. It was like a Class B felony for hitting Harmony. If you remember, he struck her and gave her a black eye, according to, I think, his brother. And then Kayla was indicted for like the fraud with the what do you call it? Welfare money. Yeah. Shanghai. Woo.
Yep, she's always on our lives.
I know.
Yeah.
I wonder what time it is in Shanghai, because your cousin's in Japan, and it's like
they're 11 hours ahead. Tokyo's 11 hours ahead, I know.
Man, I want to go to Shanghai so bad. But I'll settle for Atlanta for the weekend.
Sarita, I love some Australia.
Yes, love Australia. The only thing about going, like, I don't know if I can handle like almost a 24-hour plane ride.
Yeah, my aunt said it was brutal. No, I mean, you get to lay down and sleep. Well, yeah. I don't know.
I slept the whole way to England when I took my oldest. It wasn't bad. I fell asleep, woke up, we were there.
Sweet Sherry, you're saying we're blurry. It could it be an internet connection? Because I'm clear.
Clear.
Yeah.
So you guys have any questions? Sherlock is chill.
Okay, somebody asked up here. I'll try to go back and find it. It just went so fast. Did we see Chandler Halderson's talk during his sentencing?
Yeah, I did. And man, he said that he was told not to show emotion during the trial by his defense team. And then he solicited any criminal defense attorney that might be watching that would be willing to take on his appeal to get in touch. And his defense team was like, okay. That's such a crazy case. Just, I still, it's, you know what I was doing yesterday? I was actually going back and watching old footage from Jodi Arias. We should do like an old case every once in a while where we just sum up in one episode the crime, the trial, and everything else. That was people still talk about that case years later. Lori and Chad are going to be that way too. It's going to be one of those
Yeah.
cases that has a million documentaries and everything else made about it. It's so crazy. Let's see here.
So,
When are you two going to be in the same studio together? That's a good question.
yeah, we're just on two opposite ends. I'm about 35 minutes away.
Yeah. Can't even send up a smoke signal anymore.
No,
Hopefully soon. We'll do a live where she comes over.
Yeah, we sometimes figure out how to do.
Yeah.
We did that
The
cookie thing. It was fun that time.
the good thing is
That
that
y'all never got to see, by the way.
we're able to do this
Yeah.
because it could have got real tricky with this podcast if we couldn't have done it remotely.
Yeah.
It might have been a once a month podcast. Because
Yeah.
for us, like for me, 30 minutes drive is far.
Hey guys, all you Alibars. Now it's time to feature our paid sponsor for this week, June's Journey. June's Journey is something that our listeners will love. You guys, I really think you'll love it. It's perfect if you're craving a good mystery or you just need to get away for a little while. Take a journey into the roaring 20s as Detective June Parker. As you approach each case, you get the chance to search for hidden clues in a really awesome graphic oriented style game. Guys, the graphics in this thing blow you away. There are new cases every week, and with over 30 million downloads, June's Journey is definitely popular. It's an engaging game, and it definitely draws you in. It's like draw me in. I get obsessed with it. Like I just want to play it. It's just so relaxing, and I unwind with it. There's a detective in all of us. Find your inner detective. Download June's Journey free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. It says 9:13 a.m. in Australia. So you're up
Wow.
early, Teresa, catching a live.
Yeah, that's nice. I want to go to
And
Australia
Scott
so
had
bad.
some good points. Scott didn't pull any punches though with the prosecution on the stuff that happened for the motion to dismiss.
I mean, look, they're good at what they do. It just seems like right now they've missed some deadlines and they didn't have their brief submitted in time for this hearing. And so I just don't it makes me nervous because you don't want some little mistake if everything's a little wild right now. And I get it. They're still investigating this case. They're trying to figure out they're going to move a trial in January. They got a lot on their plate.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
that Martinez lost his license and her attorney Nurmi actually ended up being decent. I can't believe he lost his too. That was a big deal with Martinez. He was fun to watch in the courtroom. He was a little guy, but he was a firecracker.
Ashley, thanks for the
Thank you, Ashley.
donation. What do you think about Josh Duggar's sentencing date being moved? Shocked that judge will allow it. Much love from Mississippi. I learned how to spell that state like very early.
Yeah, because of that song.
Yeah, crooked letter.
Yeah, my mom taught me when I was a kid.
Mhm.
I don't think at this point it should be that they delay it, but at the same time, I mean, he's in jail.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
he's
just
not
hope
going anywhere.
What do you think though, Fruit Loop? I mean, I've seen a lot of people theorize like 5 to 7 years. It's the judge's discretion though.
Yeah. I
I
mean, you
want to
just
see him
don't
get
know.
20.
It's weird how you can get a judge who is very by the book, and then you may get a judge, and I'm saying not all judges by the book, but it's their discrepancy on sentencing.
Yeah.
And if they're hard nosed about stuff, I mean, I know from when I worked in the sheriff's office, they would say, "Oh, you going in front of this judge? You better,
It's true though.
And some are more laid back. Oh, you going for this judge? You'll be good. Like, you know what I mean? So
Here's the
you
thing
never
though.
know.
I think when it involves children and something like this, you should get the maximum sentence and that's it. When it involves children, you are going to reoffend when you get out. Or if you do, it's dangerous. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Speaking on transfers, someone on Twitter called the El Paso County Jail, and they wouldn't comment on Letitia, which they can't, but did say if it shows unsupervised, they've been transferred to state mental hospital. So
That's kind of what we thought.
yeah,
She's going to try everything to get this trial delayed. It's coming up,
yeah,
and they did order that other mental health evaluation, but she might be showing herself right now just to further her case. I don't know. She's trash.
yeah. Carrie Ann, I'm friends with Christopher Tapp, and he told me the other day that Archibald is a fighter and a complete beep in the courtroom. Oh, with him and Pryor, this will be great.
Oh, yeah. But look, Pryor's got to drop the attitude. He's not going to win any jurors with that kind of condescending talking to witnesses, but we don't want him to win any jurors. So maybe he should just keep it up.
Yeah.
Nitro, when it comes to crimes against children, they should automatically get the maximum. 100%.
Totally agree.
100%. It's
Totally.
crazy that somebody can get more time in jail sometimes than people who, just get caught on like a third strike rule by default. It's crazy for something even nonviolent or like simple possession. It's, we've said it many, many times, this has got to be overhauled. Like our criminal justice system, we got to get tough on child predators.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I do not know anything about, I hadn't seen that about the El Paso woman in the jail. I haven't seen that today. So,
one thing that we haven't said is that I think in not the hearing on Friday, but the one before, Pryor did say he is not going to pursue removing the prosecutors anymore. So he's letting that go, which that was probably going to be in vain anyway, but it's one less thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Char's right. If you abuse an animal, it's counted more than if you hurt a human almost. We had a case here this week where a guy had 2 or 3 pit bulls that I think had maybe been out in the past and been aggressive. Well, they attacked a woman who was walking, and she had to have both of her arms amputated up to the shoulder. She's lost most of her colon, and they may have to remove her entire esophagus. He was arrested, had a bond hearing yesterday. He was tearing up and crying and all that.
Like he was he sobbed in there in the courtroom.
But here's the thing though, I don't think that was the first issue with those dogs. And even if it was, if I get in my car and I'm speeding and going 90 and I'm being careless and not making sure I'm taking care of that and I hurt somebody, I'm going to be sitting at that table too.
Yeah. Wait, I just tried to click on this one. Wait. William Shatner playing Pryor. Yes, Jenny.
That is awesome. That is like the best casting idea.
Yeah, I totally agree. That would be hilarious.
That would be fun. That's totally Shatner. Yeah.
Yeah. I be me. I will look it up when I get off. I'll look it up.
And I'll look up the El Paso County Women's Jail.
Yeah. So his means definitely off this case. I think he fell in love with Lori.
He's off.
He is off, Michelle.
But he gets to tweet about it now, and he's doing that. So if you're on Twitter, follow Mark Means Law, or you don't have to follow him. Just check his Shatner's like 90. Yep.
Yeah, I totally agree. He just had a birthday or something, didn't he?
I don't know. He just went into space too.
Yeah, I saw that too. I think he's had some facial work done. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but he just looks like, yeah. I don't know. I love hearing all these questions. Y'all trip me
I
out.
know. It's so fun. Yeah. We're just trying to do a little more lives, even if they're 30 minutes, just to hang out with you guys. Are you drinking coffee this late? Carrie, I got to drive to Atlanta with a bunch of teenagers. So, yeah, this is not my last cup either. I drink coffee. I mean, Fruit Loop can tell you from the time I get up to the time I go to bed.
Yeah, not me. Look at Winter. CC Carney, I am a big Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. And the Mandalorian stuff that's coming out and all that stuff is really good.
Will Ferrell playing Mark Means.
That'd be about right.
Oh, that would be funny.
Was that? Who's that spotting in my TP? It's me.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
me. Yeah, that'd be
We
good.
used to do that all the time. Like, me and Fruit Loop
Yeah,
would be somewhere, and we'd just break out into Spartan cheers.
yeah. That was when Saturday Night Live was really good.
That was, like, the best other than the '70s with, like, Bill Murray and all the good ones. That era with, like, Chris Kattan and Will
Yeah.
Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry, it was so funny. Remember when Chris Kattan did the monkey and he would get the
Oh, he
apple
was
and, like,
the
roll it?
apple.
That was so funny.
Yeah, yeah, it was funny. What's this one?
Thank you, Rose.
Emily, I see you comment. Emily talks to us a lot. Do you think Gabby's folks won't end the civil suit against his parents?
Maybe will they win?
Will they win?
I don't know. I mean, the only thing that I can think is do they know something that we don't? That Chris and Roberta definitely knew that he killed Gabby? Because if they can't prove that, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they would bring the lawsuit with that unless they had a reason to. It's
Yeah.
kinda hard.
Yep.
Kinda hard to say.
Oh, there's DeQuinta. Hey.
Yeah,
Y'all
so the girlfriend that died from Harmony's dad, it's his current girlfriend, not the stepmom who's been indicted. And
but
they don't suspect foul play. So I'm not gonna guess, but you kinda know what Adam and Kayla were involved in. So somebody young, it's just rare they would drop over dead.
Nitro, that is a good question. Was there something in his journal that said he told his parents?
That's a good point.
It's a good point. Good question.
I wish somebody said Michelle Williams could play Lori. I see that.
No, I'm gonna tell you who needs to play Lori. Janice.
Yes. Yeah, with Janice, yeah, that girl would rock it. If you
Yeah.
guys haven't seen that picture of her in front of the
She's
jail,
so
I think the jail literally got calls asking, "Why are you letting Lori Vallow take a photo shoot outside?"
Carrie, that's cool. I will direct message you. Spray ground sweatshirt. It's dope.
Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I got rid of the PO box because everything's expensive in Greenville these days.
It depends on where you are. Up our way is a little bit cheaper. Carrie, send me a message on Facebook because I will forget.
I think the Petitos brought the lawsuit to depose the. Oh boy, I need another cup. The laundries because they don't have enough closure. Is that plausible? Yeah, I mean it could be. I don't know. They'll have to testify to it. I guess they'll have to give a deposition.
Yeah, with civil stuff, I think it's you're trying to make them pay for what they did.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you think back, OJ was found innocent, but Ron's parents went after him in a civil suit, I think.
And they won.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kate McKinnon would be a good one for Lori or Summer. Kate McKinnon is a phenomenal actress. I really do like her.
I'm bad about knowing I'm not good at knowing addresses. I mean, like people.
I'm not with the newer people. Like I'm still stuck in the 90s. I've become my mom. Cause my son will be listening to like some current stuff, and I'm like, that really stinks, dude. Let's jam him some Zeppelin. And he's like, you're so old. But Taylor has me though. She'll rock out with some stuff with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with this. So shady that Brian's mom blocked Gabby's mom on Facebook. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that was in the suit. That was in the civil suit that they blocked phone numbers and social media. I mean, why would you do that?
I mean, well, we know now that they knew. I mean, he had told them, so they're hiding from everybody.
Lady, bottoms up. Let's see here. I've heard about this. Have you, Fruit Loop?
What is it? No, I haven't.
Okay, so apparently this is a really good show. The thing about Pam on Hulu.
I don't have Hulu.
I'll give you my password.
Oh, I got you. Carol Baskin on the new series coming out. Gotcha, Erica. Thank you.
Jenny, I saw REM in a really small venue in the early 90s down in Georgia, and I agree. Everybody Hurts is probably one of the greatest songs ever written for my generation, like in that timeline.
Okay, Carrie Lynn, totally. If Tammy Faye Baker was alive, she could play Janice.
Yep, she could.
She's not still alive though. She passed away.
Did she die?
Yeah, I think she's been. Look, it's like my dad. Everybody, you say something to my dad about somebody, he's like, "Oh, they're dead," and I'm like, "No, really, they're not. They're still living." I think she passed away though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, guys, we are keeping this short because normally we go almost an hour on these, but we're keeping it short.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. She says, Sweet Sherry says there's an article out today about a friend of the Laundries that's talking. Okay, well, that's cool. We'll have to look at that. Am I a Cure fan, Liz? Yes, I love the Cure. I was listening to Love Song earlier today in the car.
Winter Garden, that's what I thought. Tammy died in 2007.
I'm a little behind on the news, apparently. Is what was her husband's name?
Well, if you hadn't have said that.
You mean Swaggart?
No. No, Jim Baker.
I know
Jim Baker was his name. You can still go up there and tour it. They still have the grounds are still there. It was this big, huge thing.
Oh.
Yeah, Jim Baker was his name. Old Jim. He actually is still on TV now. He sells like end of times survival kits like Lori and Chad. Hey, I'm telling you, I've got to put this other episode out. It'll probably go out tomorrow. On these text messages, guys, you're going to see how crazy. It opens your eyes to how crazy all this was. Of what they thought was happening and doing. Legit. There would be a storm hit somewhere, and they would be like, "Did you conjure that up?" "Yes, I've been working on that all day."
Good job.
Yeah.
The Laundries had no legal obligation to talk, but a moral obligation. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, I know that's probably why they'll never be charged.
Yeah.
It's really hard to prove stuff like that, but.
Nitro said Jim Baker is in trouble for spreading false COVID info. That ain't good. All right, guys. We're getting towards the end of this. We hate to cut this short.
Yeah, Lori and Zulema thought they were getting younger. So stupid. I told Fruit Loop, I said, I've never seen two women so happy that their periods magically reappeared.
Carrie, it is crazy. They talk about everything from their skin looking different, everything. Yeah.
Oh, lady says, I have all my rock concert shirts from the 80s. Gigi, I can't wait to make a quilt. Adore you, Fruit Loop. You guys are great. Thank you. I would love to see your collection.
Lady, get with Two Cool T-shirts. It'll be an awesome quilt.
Yes, and we want to give a shout out to Two Cool T-shirts. Go to twocooltshirtquilts.com/Pretty Lies and Alibis, and you can use all your 80s rock shirts and make a cool quilt, because we all know they probably don't fit anymore. I'm finding that these days.
Yeah.
I pull one out. I'm like, I haven't wore this on the show. And then I'm like, like pop my shoulder out trying to get in it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up so I can get on the road to Hotlanta. Yeah. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll do this a little more often.
Fridays are really cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you guys for spending some of your Friday evening with us. And
hey, I'm going to watch USC women are playing right now against UNC in the March Madness tournament, so I'm behind.
Rolling Stones, all that. Yeah, thank you guys. I will have a safe trip and car full of kids that'll keep me awake and coffee, so we're good to go.
There you go. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Have a good one.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.